Hello!
Hello everybody.
There's the camera, there's the computer. Very confusing. We're back to school though.
Abby's back to school, she's in her school uniform.
Soon.
Today is Monday the 2nd of September and it's time for another B.U.M bench update Monday. I'm going to get a nice bit of work done on the
massive one.
On the massive one, yes.
The massive one.
That's what tiger.
Oh, did you do?
The figures.
Oh, you did it. I thought that was optional, but you did it.
What? Oh yeah. I've started on the Zimmerit.
That's what I was talking about.
That's what Abby was whispering in my ear. She said that was optional. Yeah, there's loads of things that are optional on it.
But
I'm after getting done.
What? Why is that different?
Why is that a different colour?
We will show you down.
Yeah, because I took off the one that was moulded onto it and put on that one, so the hatch is open.
Cool.
Just explaining something there to Abby about the thing. But I will explain to you now in a second.
I haven't seen it
when we go down to the bench, I'll explain everything.
I was actually back on a Friday, which was a very weird day. It would have been perfect if it was Monday, because then it would be the first day back to school.
Yeah. So, without further ado, we'll go down to the bench. We'll have a look at the Tigers so far. I'm after getting quite a lot done this week. Quite a lot done. It may not look it, but yeah, there is quite a lot done. I've been hacking away with my Dremel, with the cutting disc, sanding disc, and the little I suppose you call it a little milling bit. And there's plenty of little bits and pieces that have to be removed. Well, they don't have to be removed, but I decided I wanted to remove them. So, you know, fenders, things like that. So let's get on to the bench. We'll have a look at the Tiger and how it's coming along. Okay. Right. Okay. So I'll just throw a bit of light on that there. So here we are down at the bench, and as you can see, we'll start with this. I'll just move the figures out of the way there. I'll show them in a sec. We'll start with the upper hull. As you see, I've started the Zimmerit. Okay, on the Zimmerit on the front, the glacis plate there, and on the side. Okay, I've also removed one of the fenders pieces here, damaging up the side fenders on that side. Removing one of the front access flaps. They're kind of access. I'm calling them access flaps. I don't know what they're called. I presume there is a proper name for them. They're fenders. They're on hinges, so you can get at the track basically. I suppose.
The Zimmerit looks very odd.
There's the Zimmerit, and little areas like that where the Zimmerit is didn't quite take, chipped.
Because it's old enough.
Yeah, well,
yeah. Look what you do there.
Yeah, it's like when it's been all chipped off and things like that, and little areas like that there where it's been chipped off. When it comes to the painting of that little area there, that little area there, and other little areas like that will be painted with the hull red, because that would be in the colour before the Zimmerit went on. And when the Zimmerit gets chipped off, it's the hull red underneath, and another kind of scratch here and another one there. I'll go in then with the Dremel bit, just to kind of.
Oh, is that what you were doing with the Dremel?
Gouge it out a small bit.
Oh, is that what you were doing with the Dremel?
No.
No, remember the last one? You made that very big sound.
Yeah, I've been hacking away at these because they're actually quite thick.
Oh yeah, they are.
Plastic is actually quite thick on those, and it took a fair amount of removing for those. Also underneath here, as you can see, there's a circle here where the speaker pops in, but it went around the whole way, and it can be quite visible from the top here. So I sort of cut that away and clean all that around. Whoa, come on, zoom in. To cut all that away and zoom and clean in around that. So that's what I've done with the upper deck. Alright, so we put that to the side. Right, onto the turret. Now on the turret, as you see, I've got an openable hatch. That's the hatch.
That's what I was talking about. This is my beautiful hand. Messy hand.
The hatch that was on it, it was moulded into it and wasn't openable, closable. And with the figures that I got 2 resin figures there from AliExpress. And with the figures that came with it came this hatch piece as well. So there we go, we got a resin hatch. Also with the gun, as you can see, it kind of droops down. It's not so bad now, it's a little bit better now. I added a pile of counterweights into it. It's basically super glued nuts onto it. That's kind of, I'll have to add another little bit of weight. It's still not heavy enough yet. Also you can see this white ring here. This white ring was much bigger. It's for attaching the Taurus to the body. You screw it up underneath the upper deck, and it was much wider with a kind of a gears pattern around it. It's for the for the motor, for the RC version. But if you cut away all the excess, that now slips into the upper deck much easier, and it sort of stays still, and you don't have to go attaching the upper deck to the turret as a separate piece. Now I can keep them as a separate piece for painting, much easier. So that's all the adaptations I did to that. I got to do the zimmers on that as well. But we have 2 figures which I got from the AliExpress. We've got a commander figure. Wait for that to zoom in. Come on, zoom. Right, we got figure number 1, our commander. Sits in perfectly in there. Hands clip onto the ring and everything else. As you can see, he sits in nicely. The other chap, a little bit harder of a fitting, but he does sit in. There he is. And as you see, I'm after wiring up his headphones. Just a bit of wire, nothing super. 2 pieces coming down to the little control box there.
Oh, that's so clever. What did you do the wire with?
Bit of wire.
Oh wow, convenient.
Okay, and he sits in there like that. So sort of basically, I'll just super glue his hand to that, and that'll
nice
keep him.
Fit, isn't it?
That'll keep him in perfect position. So
basically perfect.
Yeah, basically perfect. So there.
Perfectly fits into the
so the figures now fit and everything else. So I don't have to worry about them anymore. Just wait for the painting on those. So that's the upper deck, or the turret, and now we're down to the main piece, the body. If we come around the back, if I can show that there, I've done the zimmers on the back of it, right? And with the links, I'm after adding a link, which is after giving that a nice sag, and it hits the track in the right spot, gives it a perfect sag down there. I can kind of bring the camera down and show you. Okay, that gives a perfect sag there for that. Last week when I showed this on the B.U.M, if you remember, I had problems with the wheels. They were out too far. I was there saying, well, what's going on? So I took the track off, added the link in, put the track back on, and everything was perfect. I'm saying to myself, I don't get this, because they were much further out. So I was looking back at the video, and around the same time then people were commenting, and someone commented that the track was actually on wrong, that I hadn't mounted it properly over the idler wheel at the back. And it was only when I fitted the track the second time that I had fitted it properly that I'd noticed that I hadn't. I had a kind of, these guide horns were in the centre of the idler wheel, which is why the track was all skew-ways and it wasn't moving freely. But now it really does. You can, it'll move away on its own if you give it a push.
Thank you for the advice.
So thank you very much, for the person that pointed it out. And
sorry if we do not remember your name. I'm not very good with that.
Yeah, but when I took the track off and put it on the second time, I put it on right. So I just basically put it on wrong. I was kind of rushing to get the video done and wondering why the hell everything wasn't working properly. But I needed to get that sag in anyway, so someone else suggested by adding a link or two, which I did, and that worked out perfectly. So thank you very much. That's where the old hints and tips come in from other people as well. You know, let me know in the comments box below what you think. You know, John, if you do this, it'll make it much easier. No, I might do it, I might not, you know, but at least, you know, I know the right way to do things. So thank you very much for all the help and like that. Oh yeah, very appreciated. All the help that people are giving me while I'm doing this. Very enjoyable kit, very enjoyable. Well worth the few bob spent on it. Also, just a little bit of a kind of a channel news. Over the next week or two, I will be opening a Facebook page, purely for the.
You never told me this.
That's because I haven't. You're listening. You're finding out with everybody else. Facebook page purely just for John Moore Scale Models, just to take it away from my own personal page. And I'm going to leave the page as a closed group, so you basically
Invite.
ask to join, and I'll let you join.
So no randomers outside of it can join.
Yeah, I just want to purely stick to modelling. Okay, so
modelling.
No posts of your dog or your lunch or anything like that. You know, pictures of you at some social event. Keep those for your own.
Unless it's like
a modelling.
Yeah. Or like tank place.
Keep those kind of
Modelling
posts
tanks.
for your own personal pages and things like that. This will be just page
for modelling
that you can upload your builds, and comments will have to be respectful. Okay, criticism is accepted, but in a nice way. There is a nice way to say things. If you see somebody doing something wrong, or
exactly,
you know, and you got to take into account people's skill level, where they are at it, and you know how long they've been modelling. So somebody just gets into modelling. They've done their first kit or their second kit or even their third or fourth kit, and they're happy with it. They're really thrilled with it.
I've only done 2 kits, haven't I?
And they say, "Oh, I'm going to post that up on John Moore Scale Models Facebook page." And then someone comes in and goes, "Oh, it was a horrible kit. It was a horrible this, a horrible that." None of that. Anybody does that, they'll be kicked off. Simple as that. But you can say
that person would feel bad
that's a great job for your first or second or third attempt. Just a couple of little hints. Try this, try that, try the other thing.
Just like you guys gave him the idea about the track.
Yeah. So I just want to keep it nice and respectful. So I'm going to set up the page over the next couple of days, and as soon as it's up, I'll do a little video on the Facebook page. So that's really it.
Cool.
That's the only bit of news I have, and the only thing there on the Tiger. So it's coming along. It's coming along nicely. Nice and slow. Nothing being rushed. And taking me time on it. So with that out of the way, let's get back up to myself and Abby, and we can finish off this week's short bum.
We are back.
Right, we're back. So that was it. That was the Tiger and the info on the Facebook page.
Slipping you the thing.
Abby's helping me out, my beautiful assistant. So.
Wait, drop. Ugliest face you can make.
Nobody wants to see that.
Ugliest face you can make.
The face only your mother will love. Anyway.
Peace out, boys.
It's time for our usual.
I want this chocolate.
Weird segment.
Is this? This isn't really chocolate.
It's sweets.
It's not really chocolate though.
Yeah, but
wait, let me see the back. That's in a different language.
Yeah.
It's English.
Danish, I think.
I guess it is. Kind of.
It's kind of caramel. It's not caramel.
Yeah, it's vanilla flavour caramel. We're giving you hints here, people. We're giving you hints.
Yeah. And it's not for the apple, which is this week's fruit. Hey.
We're talking about the chocolate.
Pink lady.
It looks like a peach with the light.
Yeah, pink lady apple.
Oh my god, you can see the glare.
Pink lady apple.
Real god, now I made it worse.
Nice shiny
It's like a sunlight.
Yep.
You have the sun shining in our eyeballs.
We've got a shiny apple.
That makes it look like a peach in the light. Greatness.
That's this week's fruit.
And it makes
And
it look like
this week's sweets / chocolate /
It says caramel.
Yeah, well.
And caramel's a kind of chocolate, but I don't taste the caramel. It's a soft toffee caramel.
It's all the way from Denmark.
Like, because it's from Tiger.
Tiger. It's a shop in Denmark.
Flying Tiger.
Flying Tiger. They changed the name.
It used to be
Tiger.
it used to be double T Tiger. Then it was like actual double T, and then normal Tiger. Then it was Tiger, and now it's Flying Tiger. I think that's how it went. I don't know.
But anyway.
But we got fudge.
Fudge.
We love fudge.
John's favourite. John loves fudge, doesn't he?
I like fudge too.
And Abby likes fudge. We're fudgies. So this week's fruit is
That's
an
why
apple.
we like fudged in fire. Fudged in fire.
For the people that are...
And for the people that are wondering... No, you can't see that. Focus. Please focus.
What are you doing?
Showing information.
There we go.
Vanilla flavour caramel.
No, there you go. So it's sweeties and it's fudge.
And it looks like the
And
surprise bags you can get.
The healthy option and the option for diabetics is...
I had 2 apples in school today.
Did you? Cool.
And a honey oat crunch bar.
The honey oat crunch bar.
They're really good at my school. They're the little granola balls, but they have like honey in them, and they're like honey and oats. Oh, I love them so much. They're kind of like Mum's, but like harder.
Okay, lads, so that's it for this week's B.U.M and the update on the Tiger and how I'm coming along with all that. So we'll catch you next week on another B.U.M. Don't forget to stay tuned to the channel for updates on the Tiger. First build update is already up. Second build update is in process, as you can see. I'm moving along quite nicely, and I'm very, very happy with my progress so far. So join us next Monday for another B.U.M. Join me during the week for updates, and I might have the video up. Depends on how sort of technically good I am at setting up the Facebook page. It should be easy enough. They're fairly simple to set up. Your kids can do them. So John might be able to. What are you doing back there? Anyway, lads, that's it. We'll catch you next week. Stay safe. Enjoy your modelling. Be nice to one another, and
go out, buy yourself a kit, build it, and enjoy it. That's what I was doing.
Oh, that's what you were doing, was it? Bye. Catch you next week, lads.
Goodbye.
Stay safe.